is how they stole it. This is how they stole it. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. This is how they stole it. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. This is how they stole it. La-la-la-la-la-la. This is how they stole it. This is how they stole it every time, and they're gonna try. Well, MAGA won't let it happen, so I reach for my MAGA hat and I turn it up. Me and my friends are gonna vote Donald Trump. On the car we are slated. Now MAGA's in the streets saying, Donnie, yo, we made it. Feels so good, as it should, tonight. All the MAGA red shirts and the flags waving high. Even the liberals are voting for the red side. Gotta bring your crew out, cause we need a red wave. So put your hands up, cause we ain't giving up. And let me hear MAGA say, we ain't gonna lose this time. This is how they stole it. Cause we know everything they're gonna try. This is how they stole it. Let's take our country back tonight. This is how they stole it. We'll never give it back without a fight. This is how they stole it. We ain't gonna lose this time. This is how they stole it. Cause we know everything they're gonna try. This is how they stole it. Let's take our country back tonight. This is how they stole it. We'll never give it back without a fight. This is how they stole it. All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. We are early because new body cam footage just dropped. So we're going to go live around 2 Eastern, but this new body cam footage just dropped. So I said, we got to go live right now because this is huge. This completely destroys the mainstream narrative surrounding this entire story. And I imagine that the mainstream is going to drop this story immediately now because their narrative has completely been destroyed. It is going to be interesting to see how they handle this story because this is not good for them, and we're going to break the whole thing down. JD Vance actually responded to the footage calling out the lamestream media and their lies. So yeah, man, this is crazy. This is a crazy, crazy story. So how are all of you doing today? And I'll give everybody a few minutes to get in here because, because I was scheduled to go live at 2. So I'll give everybody a few minutes to get in here. And, but yeah, this body cam footage is terrible. It's terrible for the mainstream narrative, and it completely exonerates, which we didn't. Anybody with a working brain didn't need more footage, by the way. We already knew the story, but now we have this. Now we have this, and there's nothing. There's nothing that they can say now. Low volume from me. Testing. Can you hear me? Let me know. Should be okay. Jacob Blake was on camera walking towards police with a knife. Biden and Kamala visited him in the hospital. This is true. This is true. James says, ready for Frey and Walls to reverse their statement. Well, they won't. Unfortunately, they won't. But what I do think is that the mainstream narrative will start to disappear. That's what I think will ultimately happen now with this new footage. So we're not going to spend too much more. I'm not going to waste too much more time. So here we go right here. Here's the new footage, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. JD Vance says what the press has done. Hang on, let me pause this. What the press has done in lying about this innocent law enforcement officer is disgusting. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. So Alpha News here says Alpha News has obtained the cell phone footage showing the perspective of the federal agent at the center of ICE-involved shooting. Now, so it's not, apparently it's not body cam. It's actually his cell phone perspective right here. So here we have it. Let's just go ahead and show the footage in its entirety. Then we will break it down. Dog in the vehicle.
don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Whoa!
So there you have the footage in its entirety. Now we're going to break this down. We're going to break all of this new footage down. So starts out, I didn't know there was a dog in the vehicle. So there is a dog in the vehicle. Okay. This is the officer stopping, getting out of his vehicle. Now, the mainstream narrative is that she was terrified. She was terrified. She feared for her life, everyone. She was in fear for her life, and she was just panicking and had to get out of the situation. That's what we have been told by the mainstream and the libs. She was panicking, guys. She feared for her life. She was scared to death. She was so scared. This is an arrogant smirk on her face. She's being very sarcastic and very dismissive because she has no respect for law enforcement whatsoever.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch.
So now apparently this is the wife. Now I call people like this GCLs. I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but I used to work at Home Depot. And when I would see an individual like this come into Home Depot, I would call them a GCL. Now, if you don't know what a GCL is, I call them general contractor lesbians because that's what they look like. They look like a general contractor lesbian. So that's what I call them. I don't know if I'm the only one, but that's a GCL right there, general contractor lesbian. And that's exactly what we got there.
Big boy, go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
Now, right here, I think that GCL here tells her wife that she needs to drive, baby, drive. I think that's what she says right here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's listen closely.
Get out of the car.
See that? I think she said drive, baby, drive. So she's telling her. Now, again, the whole point is the mainstream narrative is that she was trying to get away because she was scared. Yet she left her GCL there, and the GCL says, drive, baby, drive, meaning get the hell out of there, hit him.
Out of the car.
Oh! Mainstream narrative is completely destroyed with this new footage. This is damning. This is damning. Now, the case was already closed for anyone that's not mentally retarded, but now there is nothing to defend. All of your lies and your bullshit that you've been pushing are gone because they said that she was scared, that she panicked, that she was fearing for her life. You've got masked men running up to her vehicle. She didn't know what to do, guys. She had no idea. She was just scared. She just feared for her life. Okay.
Change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh! closed case. Case is closed. There's nothing else to discuss right here. Now, again, we go back to JD Vance quote tweeted this, says, what the press has done in lying about this innocent law enforcement officer is disgusting. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. Now, I don't think we've had any response from Tim Walz or all of these other clowns. Let's see right here. POV footage of the ICE agent who was rammed by an anti-ICE activist in Minneapolis has been released. He was clearly not just hit, but hit hard. 100% justified use of force. Walz and the mayor are liars. Glad this agent is safe. I agree completely. And I believe that the wife is 100% complicit in all this as well. 100%. What is this? All right. There's so much going on right now. All right, there's that footage. That's that. Yeah, this is it. This is a game changer. It's like completely. I mean, it's not. I say it's a game changer, but in reality, if the left was going to lie about what we already had, they're going to lie about this too. So I don't really necessarily would call it a game changer per se, but it just continues to confirm everything that we already knew. Let's see here. Yeah, I am worried about the dog too. I'm more concerned about the dog than either one of these two individuals right here. So hopefully the dog is okay. Little Jim Taylor says body cam released, mainstream story. Oh, story gone. Yep. Let's see. Suggan says case effing closed. James says game over, mic drop. Ludacris says she was taunting, should never have been there in the first place. Agreed. At says this is why they didn't want the investigation to get out of Minnesota's hands. I guarantee you this video would have been squashed like the entire George Floyd body cam was. Correct. The Exalted Patriarch says, where's PETA? Animal rights activist. Dog endangerment. The dog had more value than the chick. Yeah, PETA is the worst, literally the worst. So if you're just tuning in, we have new body cam footage of the situation that happened, and it completely confirms everything that we all already knew, that this woman attacked this ICE agent, tried to put his life in danger with a deadly weapon. And she's obviously not intimidated. She's not scared. She doesn't fear for her life. Nothing like that. GP Baylor says Beardo can fix her. He can have her. He can have all of her. Okay, let's see here. I can't wait to see the reaction from Tim Walz and Jacob Fry. I can't wait. This is accurate. The most dangerous demographic in Western civilization, angry white liberal women. 1,000% right here. GCLs are absolutely the most dangerous demographic, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Interesting that the GCL's video hasn't been released. She probably hasn't turned over her phone. That's what I would think anyway. My guess was that she would not be willing to turn over her phone. John freaking Murdoch for 50 says ICE body cam tax. Hail IDOTs. Happy Jessica. Thank you, John. Hope you're doing well today, brother. Appreciate you as always. Matt Frog says, doesn't matter if the wheel was turning, intent doesn't matter. This is like pointing a toy pew-pew at an officer. It will be taken seriously always, as it should. As it should. 100%. Looks like the libtard that screams no. Actually, it does. It actually does. POV footage of the ICE agent who was struck by a vehicle and anti-ICE activist. by anti-ICE activist Renee Good in Minneapolis has been released. The Democrats have no argument against this. Pure self-defense. This was an attack. Now, there was some pictures going around that people were saying was Renee Good. I don't think that was her. Let me see. I think I bookmarked it so I could show you guys. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, there was a lot of people claiming this was her, but I'm like, I don't think that's her. Unless it's been deleted now. Whatever I bookmarked. Yeah, I don't even see it anymore. So maybe it got deleted. But I don't believe that was her. There was a picture going around of a woman that looked like an activist. But it just did not appear to be her. But people were running with that. But now it looks like people are taking it down because it wasn't her. Because it wasn't. It clearly wasn't her. Now, what we do have right here is to show you just how insane. Let's see. A leftist woman said she feels kind of wrong for paying her respects to Renee Good because she's a white woman who's privileged. My God, dude. What is wrong with these fucking people?
So, I mean, I'm just walking around kind of just dayside because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
And why do you think, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, where that stems from. Like, I mean, part of it is being like a white woman that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary when Black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them. And so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
How did you decide that you should be here? Or are you still figuring that out?
Well, I work like 2 miles from here. So driving by, I don't, it was like, I'm here. I'm 2 miles. I can stop. So I'm.
I mean, I would. If I didn't know any better, I would think she's trolling. But unfortunately, I don't think she is because these people do exist. They are that crazy. They are that lost. They are that broken. Good Lord. How do you get this retarded? I can't believe it. I saw people were mad at me not people. There was like one guy. I have to go back to the replies now. When I responded to JD Vance's tweet, I said, fuck around and find out. She did. And there was this one guy. He's like, you fucking monster. Remember these words. Hell is waiting for you. So I clicked on his profile. Okay. And guess what? His most recent retweet is hoping for Asmongold's death. Projection every time. Every time. It's always projection from leftists. Always. Do the whole show in that voice? I don't think I can. I've got a lot of streaming to do today, so I don't need to try to do the soy boy voice all day long. But I agree. Fuck around, find out. She did. And JD Vance is right once again, as he's been many, many times. So Asmon isn't even right wing. It doesn't matter. That's the whole thing. Asmongold is not right wing at all. But if you don't agree with these freaks 100% on everything, they will label you as right wing and they will hope for you to die. What is this? Breaking. 2 leftists were just brought to the ground in Minneapolis after one of them hit a border patrol vehicle while another spit on it. Holy shit.
Step back. You hit a vehicle.
There's a lot of jokes. There's a lot of jokes to be had. Holy shit.
Step back. You hit a vehicle. Stay back and start.
RD Hernandez in the chat says, I don't like jiggle physics anymore. Oh, that was good. That was good. Holy shit, man. Legacy media should be ashamed of themselves. They won't be because they are far left-wing propagandists, but they should be. Mainstream media, she was not an activist. She wasn't looking for trouble. She was just driving home. Her partner, come at us, go ahead. Get yourself some lunch, big boy. She was just a mother, so terrified. She was just a mother trying to get home to her children, everyone. That's all it was. I think there was a headline that I saw earlier. Firebrand says, Tim Jewell said that the woman was radicalized by memes and celebrities. I mean, I don't know what he means by that. But, I mean, she definitely has been. The people like this have been radicalized by the leftist narrative out there. So I don't know specifically what he means by that, but I'm not completely against it. Hassan's really upset today. Anyone who gets their political opinion from Asmongold is lower than cattle. So Hassan is very upset today for many different reasons. And as much as I think Asmon is a fence sitter, I think he's got generally good takes for sure. So, I mean, I like Asmongold. What is this right here? Hang on. This guy gets emotional while discussing what happened in Minneapolis.
This is fucking insane. The idea that she was a domestic terrorist trained to use her vehicle and not a scared mother of three is fucking crazy, bro. This is her fucking glove box. It's fucking crazy. The first shot.
He's crying. He's crying. He's literally crying over a general contractor lesbian that tried to kill an ICE agent.
He's already out of the way. But by the third shot, it is fucking crazy. That is a kill shot into a fucking mother's car. There has to be a higher standard for the people in masks with guns that have been trained than the mom in the car. And I talk about this a lot. I try to get points across to people that have different values than me, okay? I understand people are often talking past each other. Some people value certain things differently, okay? But if you are somebody who feels like you have a fucking don't tread on me bumper sticker, I don't see how you've suddenly gone from this to supporting a masked militia of the government killing people. I don't get it.
This guy, this name is familiar. What is the name? Atrioc or whatever. Like, he had a big controversy a while back, didn't he? I feel like he did. Hang on. I feel like he had like a big controversy a while back. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, hang on. Yes, he was. So this virtue signaling soy boy. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that there was this whole thing where he was doing deep fakes of hot streamers making porn of like his friends' girlfriends, deep fake porn, and he got busted or something like that. Hang on. Here it is. I think this is it. What happened to Atriotic or whatever his name is? The entire streamer deepfake debacle summarized. So he found himself in the middle of a great deal of controversy recently during a stream on January. The content creator and co-founder of Off-Brand was caught with a tab on his browser that featured deep fakes of popular streamers. The link in question featured popular and well-known creators such as Maya, Pokimane, QT Cinderella, and many more. Found himself, God, this site sucks donkey balls. It led to a significant amount of backlash aimed at him, who remained at the center of the controversy for several more days. And then he did a cry stream where he apologized. He's like, I am so sorry for jerking off to all these hot chicks. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Good Lord. Again, man, those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. All right? Those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. And this guy is fake crying over a GCL that he doesn't even know and doesn't even care about. He's fake crying. The only reason I know about this is because I follow Yeet. This is a great account right here. He has like all the streamer drama and shit like that. So, but good Lord. All right. If you're just tuning in, we do have new body cam footage of the incident in Minneapolis, and it 100% exonerates the ICE agent. However, of course, we already knew that. We all already knew that. But what it does destroy is the lies from the mainstream, because the mainstream basically were trying to push this narrative that that this was a terrified, innocent mother who was just trying to get home to her children. And this video destroys that completely. MJ says, putting the car in drive was akin to pulling a gun. Greg says, who goes to jail first, Walls or the GCL wife? GCL wife before Walls. I mean, I would prefer Walls, but if one of them is going to go, I would tend to say neither, but if one of them is going to go, it's the GCL wife. Ryan Miller says, it's becoming more evident that the media ran to the defense of this woman, and they don't want to admit the truth because it will send a message to the freaks that they aren't the good guys at all. DJ says, driver's ed was mandatory at my high school. Our teacher always said a car is a weapon, and even remember that question on my DMV test. Well, yeah, I mean, vehicles, again, I would, statistically speaking, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think, statistically speaking, I believe that, car death, car wrecks, vehicle accidents, I think that's like the number one killer on a day-to-day basis. At least in the United States of America, I think, because cars are dangerous when they are not, treated as something that can kill people. You have to be careful. You have to be aware. You have to be, respectful of what's the power that's in your hands in that moment. And that's why, for me as a driver, I take driving very seriously, because I realize that everybody else is retarded. So I'm always trying to be on the lookout for all of these people, because people are really stupid. People are really dumb and really bad at driving. Ultimately, this GCL and her wife decided that she said it. Again, let's play the video one more time for people that are just tuning in. This is the video. We've already broken it down. I'll play it in its entirety, and then we'll break it down once again.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the
All right,
car.
take it back.
Oh!
So there you have it. There's the full video. And as you can see, neither one of these individuals were terrified. Neither one of them were scared. Neither one of them felt fearful. In fact, they were being very dismissive. They were talking a lot of shit. They were being very sarcastic. And there's a dog in the vehicle on top of that. There's the dog right there. Prayers up for the dog. Hopefully the dog is okay. Now, as you can see, she looks very terrified. This innocent mother just trying to get home to her children. She was just a mother just trying to get home to her child, everyone. Except that's not what was going on. She was blocking traffic. She was being very dismissive. She was being very arrogant. And her GCL was sitting there talking mad shit to the ICE agents as well, threatening them, basically saying, "Come get some, big boy."
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
So this is the general contractor lesbian wife who is instigating the whole thing, instigating the whole time, even though we were led to believe that they were just so scared and they just were trying to get out of the scary situation. They had no idea why masked men were running at them. Okay. So right here in this moment, I think that I hear her say, "Drive, baby, drive." Once the officers say, "Get out of the effing vehicle," they put their hands on the handle of the door and the GCL here says, "Drive, baby, drive."
Go ahead.
Out of the car.
So he just said out of the car. As soon as he said out of the car, she heard that. She heard that and she spins around quickly to try to get in the car when she sees that the ICE agents have already reached the vehicle. She says, "Drive, baby, drive," telling her significant other to get out of there.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
I think she says, "Drive, baby, drive." I think that's what she says.
Out of the car.
Oh!
There you have it right there. So that's the latest that we're seeing. And of course, yes, the media hopefully we'll hear from the media. And I can't wait to hear from Tim Walz. The wife told her to drive and refused to comply with ICE officers. This is yet again another total debacle for the Democrats and the heroes they support. Thank God there's video here. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So drive, baby, drive. Yeah. So there it is. Democrats love criminals, man. Democrats love them some criminals. Cultural Breakdown says burglars don't have to intend harm for the homeowner to be justified in using force. The key factor is whether they had a reasonable fear. Brian says, "I don't give a damn if you're right or wrong. Comply with LA orders. If you were wronged, we have an attorney and judges for a reason." Midnight Light says, "David Dorn, Laken Riley, Irina Zaruska, Charlie Kirk. I'm hearing Renee good, Renee bad, Renee gone. As a Christian, we are not called to want hell for you." The Exalted Patriarch says, "We call them GCDs, General Contractor. D rhymes with bikes." I got you on that. Luis says, "I swear to God, there is something wrong with the whole state of Minnesota. We can't let the hellhole state plunge the country into chaos again." You know what's interesting is I saw a video last night. Let's see here. It was very interesting. Madam Savvy says, "D-Day cover, go to the full video and look at the dinosaur. Also, there's a dog in the vehicle. Justice for the doggo. Needs a good home. Poor thing. Probably given vegan food." Yeah, we saw the dog. Send me what video you're talking about, Savvy. Send it to me. But this right here kind of puts it in perspective, in my opinion. Let me find it really quickly. It's a very simple question. Very simple question. The question is, what happened to Minnesota? What happened? Right here. Here it is. The opening of the Mall of America in 1992. What happened to Minnesota?
Crowds was waiting as the doors opened.
Yes, shop till you drop. We are professional shoppers.
By noon, the 2 parking ramps were filled with 13,000 cars, and that sent the mall's war room into action.
We were able to divert to off-site parking properly and efficiently and effectively within 5 minutes.
There was congestion on the roads, but the plan seemed to work. Meanwhile, the traffic jam continued inside the mall. It took almost an hour to get on some of the most popular amusement rides, and the wait continued in the food line.
Well, I placed an order at about 1:27 and got the food about 2:20.
Mall officials say the delays were due in part to a green workforce.
You sure got a variety. You can buy anything you want, I guess.
This place has over 300
Is this Stranger Things season 3?
stores, some very specialized. Just what this doctor ordered.
And I found a book that I've not been able to find anywhere else. Human Anatomy by an illustrator.
Some people came just to look. This California man says he likes taking pictures of cultural icons.
And this is really one of them. This is a high water mark of where we're going.
I've never been to the Mall of America. I've always wanted to go to it. I don't know now if I would want to go to it. But let me show you this. So right here, Steven Crowder did a reenactment of the vehicle situation in Minneapolis. I have not seen this yet. Many of you told me about it. So we're going to check this out right here. This is the first time I've seen this. So here we go. Well, shit, if I wasn't retarded. Let's see. There we go. All right, here we go.
I'm at the exact distance, exact angle where he would be. Should be able to see the wheel turn within that fraction of a second, right? I've chosen to use a tiny little Keltec unloaded with a laser so you can see. So he's right here. All right, from here, I can't see the wheel. He draws his gun and then, yeah, you try and hit me now. She comes forward a little bit. Okay. There you go. That's enough. Collapses. He has his hand. Can you just move the wheels a bunch? Like go left to right. So, yeah, there's no chance. There's no chance. You can't see it. Most officers and a lot of the military, they're taught one of 2 different ways. There's a whole argument in the gun community. They're very autistic about front sight focus or target focus. That's why people kind of move to red dots. If you ask any good shooters, they'll say it's a mix of both, right? If you focus on the front sight, the target's a little bit blurry. And if you focus on the target, the sight is a little bit blurry. Depending on the distance, you might pick one or the other. Usually it's a hybrid. And the reason that matters is because it changes your peripheral vision. So you couldn't see it with a wide angle lens compared to the human eye, let alone adrenaline and potential. Focusing as trained on that front sight. Let me show you what that actually looks like and how it affects your vision. Rear sight, front sight, target. That also would have been much more similar to the angle of his vision.
I do like you put what's his name's face on there. Now, the other thing that's been lost in all of this, and shout out to Steven Crowder, the other thing that's been lost on all this is what JD Vance said about it yesterday, which is very crucial. Context, not only does it, context adds so much more to it, but we don't need context. We only needed 2 eyes to watch this situation play out. But now that we've seen it and we realize the situation for what it is, now we have these comments from JD Vance, which adds so much more to it. Listen to 48.
When I was actually walking out here, somebody sent me a photo of a CNN headline about what happened in Minneapolis. And this is the headline. I'm just going to read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, That's one way to put it, and that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. And I say attack very, very intentionally, because this was an attack on federal law enforcement. This was an attack on law and order. This was an attack on the American people. The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile. What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible for the President of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration laws. The President stands with ICE. I stand with ICE. We stand with all of our law enforcement officers. And part of that is recognizing that you people in the media, not everybody in this room, but many people in this room have been lying about this attack. She was trying to ram this guy with her car. He shot back. He defended himself. He's already been seriously wounded in law enforcement operations before. And everybody who's been repeating the lie that this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis when a law enforcement officer shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single one of you.
Absolutely what I voted for right there. That's 48. Vance 2028. Perfectly said, JD Vance. Absolutely fantastic. And that was before the new video that we have now. We have this new video out, and that only triple confirms everything that JD said. So, let's see. And I know that there was a few people in the chat, and they're like, JD Vance, he's nothing. It's like, okay, yes. So thank you for confirming that you don't have the ability to think for yourself. You just listen to your favorite podcaster tell you what to think. Thank you for letting us know. We appreciate that. But the reality of it is people that aren't gay and retarded can see that JD Vance is exactly what we need after Trump. Exactly what we need. So, but it's okay that you can't think for yourself. We do appreciate that you have confirmed that for us. Keenan says, who played the more intense skinhead, Edward Norton in American History X or Russell Crowe and Romper Stomper? Edward Norton in American History X, before Heath Ledger's Joker, I considered Edward Norton in American History X the greatest acting performance I had ever seen. So I would say Edward Norton by far. Just because I think that Edward Norton's performance in American History X is one of the greatest acting performances in history. If you have not seen American History X, I can't recommend that movie enough. And it's not something that I think that if you have a weak stomach or if you don't like JD Vance, you probably won't be able to handle the movie because you're a bitch. But for people that aren't bitches, watch American History X. It is an awesome fucking movie. Midnight Light says basic journalism, folks, who want what, when, where, why, how. DB says Daryl Brooks School of Motoring equals jail. James says this also shows how much people lie. The eyewitnesses interviewed by the likes of CNN all shared a fabricated story and won't be held accountable. Mike says, asked for it and got it. Buyer's remorse. Midnight Light says, Byron Donalds better protect my A55 if I vote for him. James Bash says, by the way, the ICE officer is Quick Draw McGraw. Let's see. A BRG too far, or Bridge too far says, her kid has a chance to be normal now. Aaron James says, Savvy is on the situation. Weaponized autism. Never mess with it. Luis says, in the body cam, when the ICE agent said, fucking B, I promise this will be the new talking point from the left. probably, and let's clarify, at least from what I understand, it's not body cam footage. It's the cell phone footage of the ICE officer. I know I put body cams. That's what I thought it was at first, but I think it was just the cell phone. So cell phone footage. Guava Ball says, as Bobby Lee would say, they are rarest. I am Brockatron says he's lucky it was icy instead of him gripping to the road and being treaded on. Daniel Moore Businesses, what if she was trying to drive around him but missed because she's a woman driver? Mayhem Bar says saying drive baby drive during an active arrest is inciting a felony. Arrest and seize the phone. You find a lot more than just this footage. I mean, seriously, I agree. Like the GCL absolutely should be arrested for that footage alone. She absolutely should be arrested. No doubt about it. GCL tax. Hunter says Trump 2028, Vance 2032. I'm okay with that. Jeremy Trump says the mainstream media that still lie should be banned from the White House. Well, I do agree with that. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but I agree with that. Let me see if we have any updates. I want to hear what Tim Walz and Jacob Fry have to say about this. Oh my gosh. Harry Sisson says the new angle of the murder of Renee Good is horrific. She told him just moments before her death, "That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you." And seconds later, while trying to drive away, the ICE agent shot her dead and called her a fucking bitch. Horrific. Justice now. That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. She was so sweet when she said it, and she was just trying to drive away, guys. She was just trying to drive away. Democrats right here. Democrats' new talking point. And you're right. Whoever just sent that super chat and said that their talking points was going to be the fucking bitch line, that's exactly where we're at now. Let's see. What is this? Oh, right here. We've got this footage that just dropped. Not of that incident, but let's see. Border Patrol agents warn two leftist white women to stop impeding their operations in Minneapolis as they give attitude. I hope you have a terrible day, one woman said. See, the same smug arrogance. Same exact smug arrogance.
If I continually see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly
I'm not.
the right decision.
Oh, then why are you giving her a warning? I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad decision today and ruin your life.
Well, bad
Okay,
decisions.
thank you.
That's funny coming from you.
Okay, alrighty. Thank you. Have a good day.
I hope you have a terrible day.
Okay, thank you.
Same exact smug attitude.
Hold on. Watch out, it's slippery. Yeah, there's a lot of ice around here. Just so you know, if we continue to have you follow us, okay, have fun. Don't make a bad decision today. What is illegal is stopping people unconstitutionally. Don't interfere.
Jeez, man. The fact that these agents have to deal with this shit is absolutely insane. It's crazy. Blackguard for 50 says Renee Good and her wife are the type of women you can't give orders to. They always have to have the last word, always have to be yapping. You can never listen to anyone else. It never occurs to them ever that they can be wrong ever. She fucked around and found out. 100% agreed, Blackguard. And thank you so much for the $50 super chat. I appreciate you. Red Mage for 20 says, did you see RFK Jr.'s response to JD Vance on X? Do not take dietary advice from this guy. Lol. Love it. I'm glad you brought that up. I need to pull that up. I meant to pull this up yesterday. I didn't get a chance, but this is why I love this fucking administration so much, because they know how to lean into the memes. So right here, so here's JD Vance. Thank you, Red Mage, for reminding me of that. Hey, Secretary Kennedy, the new food pyramid is solid, but you forgot to include one dietary sample. And then RFK responds and says, caution, do not take dietary advice from this guy. Yes. It's so good, dude. It's so good. And it's never going away. Like, we're at a point now where it kind of feels like JD Vance is not a real person. It's that the JD Advanced meme is literally him now. That's what it feels like. In fact, I saw this one earlier and I was like, dude, stop. So you guys know, at least some of you that have been watching the channel for a while, you remember the Techno Viking. Well, now here we have this one, okay? Oh my God, dude. It's so great. It's so great. Thank you for reminding me of that one. CD21785 says, Jeremy, I don't always agree with all you have to say, but I appreciate how quickly you get online and provide information, just like Cast during the riots. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, look, to be clear, I don't want everybody to agree with me all the. I like fighting. I like arguing. And I mean that like in a genuine way. Like, I like arguing. I like debating. I don't like when everybody agrees. I don't like when everybody has the same opinion. That's boring in my opinion. I think it's boring as shit. So I think that a lot of times, like we often get caught up in our own little world online and we lose perspective. And that's why I try to give perspective, with different things, just because it's not something I agree with or my opinion on it. I like to see the bigger perspective, especially with the entertainment industry. So that's why I like something like Avatar. I was talking about the Avatar movies, and I know like the general consensus online is that fuck Avatar, these movies suck. And like, I didn't like the last Avatar movie and I didn't like the first one. I did like the second one, but people like those movies. I mean, they make billions of dollars every time they come out. And we often say like, oh, they don't have cultural relevance. And it's like, honestly, whoever the Avatar fans are, I much prefer Avatar fans to something like Raylos or Rick and Morty fans, because those people don't shut the fuck up. Avatar fans just go to the movies, watch their shit, and go home and don't worry about talking about it. I would much rather have that type of fan than a Rick and Morty fan or a Raylo fan or a Twilight fan. So I kind of appreciate the Avatar fans from that perspective. They go to the movies, they enjoy it. They don't call everybody racist and sexist that don't like their movie. They just go on about their life. I think that's awesome. But thank you. I appreciate it, man. Big Who says, I'll bet Vance and others seen the new video before it came out. Way to play the media. Possibly. That's very possible. Let's see. Andrew Knapp says that these women are acting up by presuming on the good graces of strong, mature men. They don't understand it has a limit and are shocked to discover what lies beyond that limit. Well, yeah, I mean, they are doing that because they know they'll, conventional wisdom just tells you like, oh, well, these guys can't respond to me. I can yell and scream and cuss and call them names. And They can't do anything. And so that creates this kind of like false sense of security with these liberal white women. But the problem with the liberal white women is that they tend to overstep and they create a situation where they fuck around and they find out. That's what's going on. Jeremy, Jeremy, are you on FNT? Yes, I'll be on FNT today. I will be on FNT today. Dermy Wormy says, I want to see what Actman has to say. God. No comments. No comment. Classic Stang Lover says, if she is a vet, she should be stripped of all benefits and arrested and charged by the military and go to court. Daniel Moore Businesses, Irish media called it an assassination, had an American dim on, and he called the host a lunatic who lies to the Irish people, the only based dim. Can you pull up the RTE interview of the shooting? I'll see if I can find it. That's pretty cool, though. I'm happy to hear that. Ricky Spanglish 1999 says, whenever everyone thinks alike, not many people are thinking at all. I agree. I mean, that's why, like, I don't know, man. I guess I've spent so much time on the internet like that. I get really bored with people agreeing on shit, dude. I like to see people fight and argue and debate and stand their ground. And, you know, we're in this world where like everybody wants to say the popular thing so they can get, you know, social media love and all of that. And it's like, that's boring, dude. Like people need debate is good. Different opinions is good. You know, stepping outside of the box is good. But at the same time, you know, people are going to gravitate to what they agree with online. That's just how it is. So I get it. I understand it. Jeremy would love Reddit and Blue Sky. I'll pass. I'll pass. I will never, social media in general. Like I spend less time tweeting. I just spend more time, you know, with trying to get information on Twitter more than anything, because having a conversation with these fucking people are crazy. Right here, what is this? Conservatives are calling for the arrest of the leftist man in Minnesota who announced that he's bringing guns to his next confrontation with ICE. What?
With no cause. And murdering people for trying to flee and for obeying a command to leave the area, and then shooting her in the face like that after she drops her kid off at school. We have to show up with guns. We have to. There's no other way around it. I don't care if I don't have a Minnesota carry permit. I'm unarmed right now, but this is the last time I show up to face these guys without a weapon. There's no way. I got shot with a pepper ball 5 minutes after walking in here. I never laid a finger on them. I never raised a hand to them. I've only been using my voice. The time for speaking is over. The time for niceties is over. The time for peace is over. They fired the first shot. It is time to end this shit by any means necessary.
You're talking about, you know, potentially going to a dark place in this country. Do you foresee
We're there. This is the dark place. This is the dark time. We have people being sent to Salvadorian concentration camps. We got other countries being raided for their oil. We're in the dark time. There's no way out of this. There's no voting our way out of this. We can't wait till November. There's no waiting to the ballot box. We need to get to the bullet box. That's the only way.
The bullet box.
If there was another way, I'd be advocating for it. I've spoken peacefully. I've marched peacefully. I marched without Sharpton. I marched on Washington. I've been peaceful. I've acted peacefully. The time for peace is over. The time for any means necessary is right now.
I mean, that's a powerful, powerful message that you're delivering.
With no.
Yikes. Conservatives are calling for the arrest of a leftist man in Minnesota who announced that he's bringing guns to his next confrontation with ICE. We have to show up with guns and end this by any means necessary. Midnight Light says, Jeremy, holy cow, look who showed up to Cam Higbee. I don't know what that means. What do you mean, like, who showed up to Cam Higbee? I don't know what that means. Daniel Moore says, RTA is our state media. We're forced to pay for it. That's crazy. Johnny Whiskett says, I disagree with your take on Dairy Queen as F tier. I had a lot of people tell me that they disagree with that take. And maybe I just had a really bad Dairy Queen where I went. So a lot of people disagreed with me saying that Dairy Queen is F tier. So maybe I'll have to give Dairy Queen another shot. Cam Higbee is live. Okay, let's see if I can pull this up. I don't know much about Cam Higbee, so let's see. Is this what we're talking about here? Jesus. Holy shit. Good God, there's so much music. All right, hang on. Oh my God. All right, hang on. So loud.
Every last one. Reclaim the homelands. Reclaim the homeland. Reclaim the homeland for the Christians.
I can't even listen to it. It's so loud. And it's not his fault. The quality is kind of crap, but that's probably because there's just so much the cell phone signals being bogged down, probably.
No, he's not. President Trump's doing a great job. Send ICE to every household of Minnesota. Send them to Chicago. Send them to New York. We're so blessed.
Jeremy and Andrew Wilson collab win. I mean, I don't know Andrew Wilson. I've seen some of his stuff. I like a lot of what he has to say. I'm not generally like I said, I'm not interested in collabing with people. I have enough collabs on YouTube as it is. But I'm not interested in doing collaborations with other YouTubers. It's not to say I have anything against them, but it's just not something I'm interested in doing.
Saving our country. You're saving our country.
Playing some Vanilla Ice.
You're saving our country. One day we'll look back at this and remember when Americans took back their country.
Mods, if you can drop a link to Cam Higbee's YouTube channel, since this is what we're watching right now, just so people, if they do want to go check this out, they can. I definitely don't want to take views away from anybody that's got boots on the ground, so I want to make sure I'm referencing their stuff.
We have a right to defend our country from these mongrel invaders. All they want to do is come here and get on social welfare, steal our money, take our jobs, rape our women.
Is this Cam Higbee with the microphone? I don't know much about this guy. I know I've heard the name, but I don't know much about it. Is this Cam Higbee with the microphone? I love that they're playing Ice Ice Baby. It's fantastic.
Nice. God bless you, sir. God bless America. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Cam is recording. Okay. Okay.
Land of the free, home of the brave. Land of the free, home of the brave. Land of the free, home of the brave. God bless America. Land that I am. Stand beside her. Thank God
Augie, you are not banned. I can see you.
Why don't you go track down the criminals you guys are all trying to get rid of? See if you're as tough to them.
It's in there. There we go. There you go. God bless America. The violent right. Colin Water. Who knows? It could be some Somali town here. They like to wash themselves in the.
Okay, so right now, as of right now, both Fox News and CNN are airing the ICE officer's video footage of the left-wing activist hitting him with a car. It still has not aired on MSNBC. Still has not aired on MSNBC because, of course, it hasn't.
Hey, make sure put ice on again. Put on Ice Ice Baby, baby. Put on ice. Ice Ice Baby. Our country will not fall to you violent migrants. Our country is going to stand for another 250 years.
Okay, the audio is so loud. And again, it's not their fault, but it's so fucking loud. And I've got the audio turned down like 50%.
Retard. Tim Rose is a retard. Tim Rose is a retard.
This is fucking crazy.
Tim Rose is a retard. Tim Rose is a retard. I keep getting assaulted over and over again. Look at this violent. Identify.
Wild, dude.
Violent migrants, violent anchor babies, violent anchor babies. Look at these anchor babies, violent anchor babies. They don't love America. They hate our country. They hate our country. All of them, first generation Americans here to steal the future for your children. First generation stolen American.
All right, there's a link to that YouTube channel, but I got to show you guys this. Guys, we're done. It's over. Oh shit! Hang on. I can't click away yet. Hang on.
It's time to get off the streets. We're not feds. We're not agitators. We're patriots. 1776 shit. Fuck these clowns too. He's an anchor baby. We're gonna end now.
It feels like something's going to go down here. There's a lot of tension right now in this situation. So that it does feel like something could go down. That's why I don't want to completely click away from it yet.
If God wills it, it will be done. News spoke.
There is no God, you motherfucker.
I'm not smoking, it's the fucking pepper ball. Guys, what's this sequence to shut your phone off without touching any touch buttons? My touchscreen won't work, so I need to power my phone down without touching the screen. What's the sequence? Like up, down, hold, or something? It's from my other phone, not the stream phone. iPhone. Hold power doesn't work. You have to slide. There's one that's like up, down. No, holding all at once doesn't work either. The cough is from the pepper ball. The tear gas.
Okay, I got to show you this. So we're in trouble. Trump may be impeached and put in prison because of the liberals have defeated him. It's over. Liberals have defeated Trump right here. I don't know how Trump can survive this right here.
Take it all the way around this audience. We're going to take it all the way around this audience right here. You guys stay right where you're at. You're perfect.
The sign says, "We love immigrants."
Little more hits. Really, you let that audience have it.
My goodness, dude. How fucking broken are these people? What the hell? The wife of Nicole Good appears to have admitted that they stopped in the middle of the road to oppose ICE operations in a statement with the Washington Post. Rebecca Good has released a statement following the incident. On Wednesday, January 7th, we stopped to support our neighbors. We had whistles, they had guns, said Good, according to the Washington Post. We were raising our son to believe that no matter where you come from or what you look like, all of us deserve compassion and kindness. Renee lived this belief every day. She is pure love. She is pure joy. She is pure sunshine. CNN has obtained footage showing that the Honda Pilot driven by Good was parked in the street for 3 minutes before the incident. A neighbor who witnessed the incident says that Good was blocking traffic so they couldn't progress. It is unbelievable to listen to this shit. Normal Man says, if you take away the ice cream, you are right about Dairy Queen being F tier. The burgers suck. That's what I mean. That's where I'm at with it. I agree. Kelly R says, hey, what the hell? I didn't get notified. Yes, this is Kelly R. Guess I got a name change. Well, at least you know I remembered you, Kelly. I remembered you by your profile picture. So thank you so much. And thank you for those 50 gifted memberships yesterday. Random Logo says, yesterday they were crying, where's the body cam? Now they have footage from the officer. They are not showing it. Welcome to the Democrats. DD for 20 says there's a dog in the back seat. Yes, there was a dog in the back seat. So this is the footage right here again.
I say go get yourself some lunch.
So this is so I know a lot of people are tuning in that haven't seen the footage yet. This is the new footage. This is the cell phone camera of the officer that was attempted that they attempted to run over. Now, again, to recap what I've said earlier, they claimed that this woman was distraught and scared for her life, and that's why she had to immediately get out of the situation because she was scared. Doesn't look too scared to me.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Now, that's the general contractor, lesbian wife of Renee Good. And she is taunting the officer. Doesn't seem too scared. Doesn't seem intimidated or anything like that.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Whoa! As the vehicle passes, you can see the dark-colored SUV driven by Renee Nicole Good. That's on the right there in the back. The surveillance video taken by a home nearby. Agents can be seen milling about near the vehicle, then converging on it. And then you see right there the SUV begins to move, and that's when the shots are fired.
Runs right into him. Boom, there's the officer. Like, he's right there.
Now, prior to this, the video shows the SUV had been stationary and sideways across the road like that for about 3 minutes. The reason for that is unclear.
CNN has obtained some new video. Again, it's grainy and distant, but it shows 4 full minutes leading up to the shooting. It shows Renee Good's maroon Honda Pilot entering from the right there. Then 20 seconds later, someone gets out on the passenger side. We don't know who or why this person leaves the car. We then see her turn and pull perpendicular across the street, seeming to block the way. But as you see here, leaving room for vehicles to pass by her on either side. Finally, there is this new angle of the federal officer who shot her. He arrives. Another federal SUV pulls up. As the ICE officer...
Yes, I know. He says unclear because, of course, he said that.
Briefly goes back to his car, then he returns, and with another agent grabbing at her door, she starts to move forward. Again, it's hard to see from this angle, followed by 3 gunshots in quick succession.
Savvy's going crazy over she wants me to go back to the dinosaur shot. Where's the dinosaur at?
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us.
There it is. There's the dinosaur right there. I've seen the images on it. There's the dinosaur right there. Oh, welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's fine. U.S. citizen.
There it is right there. Why is there a dinosaur? I wish I had an answer for you. Okay. Dino Nuggies. Law enforcement absolutely considers vehicles deadly weapons. Yes, it absolutely is. But yes, there's the dinosaur. Honestly, that's pretty fucking cool to have a dinosaur out there. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm not hating at all. That's awesome. That is pretty cool. Yes, because it's cool. Damn right. let's see here. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Talking about this new video that we saw of this other woman. Her facial expression is exactly the same as the expression of Renee Good 30 seconds before she tried to murder an ICE officer and was shot for her trouble. That's exactly correct. She's got the same mannerisms. Same mannerisms. Lord Pelton says, economic news, Rolls-Royce say they may move their $1.6 trillion jet production program and 40,000 jobs along with it to the U.S. common Trump dub. Yeah, of course. Dude, that's Trump is changing the game on a lot of different fronts. I know some people get caught up on other things, but Trump is crushing it in so many different directions right now. It's kind of hard to keep up, to be honest. Jupiter Knight says, I don't go to Dairy Queen for burgers. I go for blizzards. Cretosa says, I feel more sorry for the dog for being in that situation than I do for her. Hope the dog is uninjured. Agreed. I think we all feel the same way. We don't want the dog to be injured. That's what's most important in this situation right here. Black Lives Matter activists say they're going to burn down Minneapolis just so they can get justice for a woman who tried running over ICE agents.
This family should not wait for justice. And remember, we fought for Jamar Clark. We occupied a precinct for Jamar Clark. We did not get justice for Jamar Clark. But when the city burned, after George Floyd, all of a sudden there were some charges. So for those who are on the media talking about, don't burn it down, don't set it on fire, let me tell you this, we need justice and we need it now. Yeah. Because what happens after that is on your hands. All power to the people. All power to this family.
We had someone, a MAGA memer, was arrested over a meme. This person is basically getting in front of the cameras and calling for a burning of the city, and nothing's going to happen. Hypnotic says, if we act ratchet, it's because it's your fault. That's right. It's your fault, white cracker, white devil. It's your fault. Yeah, people are showing that old video again as like it's new. I fell for that one yesterday. What's interesting here is check this out. You find it. Why are my bookmarks so fucked up? Yeah, my bookmarks aren't working. I don't know why. Maybe I've got too many. I need to just clear out my bookmarks completely. That's probably what I need to do. I do like this one right here if I can find it. So this was yesterday. Tim Walz called for a day of unity. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Tim Walz called for a day of unity today.
Yesterday, a tragedy, the death of Renee Good on the streets at the hands of a federal agent. You also witnessed last night a beautiful visual, a peaceful visual, people expressing their constitutional and First Amendment rights in a peaceful manner. And for that, I say thank you.
No names like Bald.
I've been very clear. We need a couple things here. We need Minnesota to carry out this investigation to make sure that the professionals at the BCA and the local law enforcement who's in charge of law enforcement make sure we do the investigation, and then to pull back this unnecessary surge. And so with that, I would ask for all of us to continue to do this peacefully, continue to raise our voices, but do so in a manner that brings about that sense of community. In Minnesota, I'm declaring tomorrow at 10 a.m. on January 9th, I'd ask everyone to pause for a moment of silence to remember Renee Good, also to remember all that's good and right about this nation. And I'm going to ask folks if they can. I'd ask employers to give their people some space.
Translation, I'm trying everything I can to distract all of you from the fraud that was exposed by Nick Shirley. So I'm going to virtue signal over this situation and act like I care and act like that I'm actually a leader and I actually care about Minnesota, when in reality I've proven that I haven't. And so I really want people to stop talking about the fraud. So I'm going to do all this virtue signaling.
I'd ask each and every one to find a way to contribute in your community. It might be shoveling your neighbor's walk. It might be being at a food bank. It might be pausing to talk to someone you haven't talked to before, but to show the goodness, to rise up, to make sure that we're being very, very clear about this, that we expect our constitutional rights to be respected, that law enforcement is local, that we expect accountability of our elected leaders, and that we are not going to go quietly, and we're not going to give up on those things that matter so much to us. And chief amongst those is human dignity, respect, rule of law, all of the things that we know make this country great.
God, what a piece of shit. Rybread says, is this the U.S. ambassador to Somalia talking? Normal Man says, if you want to pay attention to protests that matter, pay attention to the one in Iran. That's what people fighting for freedom actually looks like. The Iran situation is pretty crazy. I actually plan on covering that tonight because that's a huge story right now that I think we all need to be paying attention to. So I think later tonight on my stream after Friday Night Tights, I will talk to you guys about that, and I'll fill you in on what I know about it, and we can continue to learn more about it. That's a crazy story right now, so we will talk about that. Hunter says the white devil is a dope nickname, though. Bronson I says, how are these fucking people always free to protest during the day? Because they don't have, well, I say they don't have jobs, but they do have jobs. It's called being funded by Soros. They have jobs. Absolutely. With that said, we're going to call it here. I do have Friday Night Tights I had it ready for. And then after FNT, I'll be back tonight with another Cobra Cast. And I do want to talk about the Iran situation because that whole thing is crazy. So we'll be back probably 8 o'clock tonight Eastern. It's probably something like that when I'm going to start. Ryan Miller says, whenever I hear the Democrats telling the radical base to protest peacefully, it is literally a dog whistle to commit acts of domestic terrorism. 100%. Savvy says, thanks for showing the dinosaur. You are very welcome, ma'am. But yeah. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. FNT over on Nerdrotics channel here in about an hour. So I hope you will come hang out with me over there. And then we'll have another Cobra Cast tonight. Make sure you like the video. I appreciate the support. You guys have a good evening, and we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.